So who is your audience? Well, your audience is anyone that you're trying to sell your art to, or anyone you want to buy your art. And by that, I don't mean like necessarily purchase, although that could be your audience that you're writing to, but also just who you want to accept, believe, or take seriously your art. So this could be a specific group or just sort of a general audience if you're posting it to something like your website. So you need to consider your audience for a couple different purposes, but the biggest purpose is what sort of language and what sort of voice you're going to be writing with. If you're applying for graduate school, you can use a bit more jargon or art speak, as some people call it, because your audience will probably understand that. If you're applying for an exhibition, same thing. Your audience is probably going to understand more jargon for your particular artistic realm than someone, maybe if you're applying for a teaching position or a grant or something, they're going to have a more generalized set of knowledge. So you want to avoid any references to artists or jargon that might be above their understanding. So that helps keep you on track, just understanding who your audience is. And it helps you respect them, because keep in mind, these people are coming to this document trying to learn about your art, and we'll talk about that a bit more, but they're spending the time getting to know you and why you do what you do. And so try to show them a reciprocal respect in aiming your writing towards them specifically. And that's why you need to adapt your artist statement for each particular audience. And another thing I wanted to say about your artist statement and the wording in general is this document doesn't need to be as profound as your art. It doesn't need to capture the same sort of feeling as your art. And if it doesn't seem as meaningful as your art, that's totally normal. It doesn't need to be this, eloquent piece. It just needs to do a job. It needs to get people through the door, right? They need to accept you and to want to know more about you. So it's a practical piece of writing, not an artistic piece of writing. So keep that in mind. Don't put too much pressure on it. It's just telling us about you.